Hello, welcome to Fit for the Trades by Fernwood Movement Academy. Today we're going to be going over some lower body mobility. So a couple things that you can do to help mobilize your hips, all completely movement based. We're going to start in a lunge position and we're going to do some hip openers here. So hands together, open up one hand to the back of the room and think about trying to get the front of the hip that's on the ground or the knee that's on the ground to follow the belly button. So the one knee staying put, and then you're opening up and reaching back. You can do the stationary, you can just do the opens, or you can do a lunge in between them and make them some walking lunges. So here Chantel's showing the other side, and you can see how her hips are moving with her arm. So the knee that's up stays put, stays grounded, and then the other knee is going to open up with you. Here we have some tripod rocking. So tripod rocking is something that we love to do with clients in person, but can be a little bit tricky to show on film. So we're going to take some time and pick through this slowly. Half kneeling or that lunge position with one or two hands on the ground. Think about going side to side or forward to back. So depending on the angle you push your hips, you're going to be able to feel a stretch at a different part of your body. So you can find stretch at the back, at the glute, front of the hip, back of the hip, or like Chantel's showing here, a calf stretch. So take some time, walk through this one slowly. She's going to show the other side here. So again, one or two hands on the ground, pushing the hips backwards, then forwards. You can push your knee and your elbow together to hold some pressure, which is often a good thing. Forwards, backwards. You'll be stretching the left hamstring here. Here we're going to go into some adductor rockbacks. So hands and knees with one leg to the side. Try and keep a flat back here. And we're just trying to stretch the inside of that leg that's poking out. Keep your hands planted, belly button pointed towards the ground, and a nice big pull through the inside of that leg. If that starts to feel good, you can also push the hips all the way forward at the front. So going all the way back, all the way forward, and that should start to give you a good stretch at the front of the hips. And it might be a little bit of a tricky position to find, but just take your time and pick through it slowly. Now we're going to go into a bit of a couch stretch. So here we're using a foam roller. You can use whatever you have, any books, a block, a pillow. Couch stretch, often people put their foot on the back of their couches or the front of their couches. So a quad and a hip stretch. And if that's feeling great, then you can start to incorporate a bit of a back bend. So hands overhead, reach back. I like to start just by kind of hanging out in this position first, thinking about tucking your hips under rather than pushing forward. I hang out here for like 30 seconds to a minute, and then I start to do these reaches, about like 4 to 5-ish, slowly picking through it. You might notice that in that bent back position, it's a little bit tricky to maintain. So see if you can keep normal breathing instead of like holding your breath or getting shaky there. Well done, everybody. This was Fit for the Trades by Fernwood Movement Academy.